Hello everyone, back to me again, Nathania, and my serial number is B10242010 and 13. I'm from Management International Department, and today I will talk about the chapter 5 of Human Resource Management that will talk about human resource planning and retention. First of all, what is human resource planning? So, human resource planning is the process of analyzing and identifying the need for and availability of human resources so that the organization can meet its objective. Then, how to plan human resources in a company? So, first of all, I will determine how many people are needed to work in each division. Then, I will prepare an inventory of all current employees, include their educational level and abilities. I will also look closely at all job components and analyze each job so that I can get a better picture of what kinds of skills are needed to perform a job successfully. HR planning process begins with considering the organizational strategic planning objective. Then the possible available workforce must be evaluated by identifying both the internal and internal workforce. Once the assessments are complete, forecasts must be developed to identify both the demand for supply of human resources. Management then formulates HR staffing plans and actions to address imbalances, both short-term and long-term. The purpose of developing and measuring HR planning is to increase the validity and reliability of the HR planning research. Specific strategies may be developed to fill vacancies or deal with surplus employee. Then, HR plans are developed to provide specific direction for the management of HR activities related to employee recruiting, selection, and retention. What is retention? Retention can be defined as an organization's ability to keep its resources, such as employees. Retention is very important because it promotes the health and success of an organization. The time, stress, and cost of hiring and training new employees are significant, and turnover can have a negative impact on business outcomes. High employee turnover brings about multiple problems including high costs, knowledge loss, and low productivity. Then, how to assess the external workforce is by doing environmental scanning. We can focus on external opportunities and threats that may impact the workforce and its ability to achieve goals and performance targets. Common external factors that influence workforce planning include first, economic and governmental factors such as interest rate, inflation, and economic decline or growth that will affect the availability of workers. Besides that, a broad array of government regulations affect the labor supply and therefore HR planning. The second is competitive evaluations, where employers must consider a number of geographic and competitive concerns like net migration, direct competitors, and international competitors. And the third is changing workforce considerations, where it is important to analyze what will affect the current and future availability of workers with specific capabilities and experience. Then, how to assess the internal workforce is by analyzing the jobs that will need to be done and the capabilities of people who are currently available in the organization to do them. The starting point for evaluating international workforce strengths and weaknesses is an audit of the jobs being done in the organization. Then, gain an understanding of the current and future jobs that will be necessary to carry out organizational plans by conduct a detailed audit of current employees and their capabilities. Forecasting HR demand can be calculated for an entire organization or individual units in the organizations. Demand for human resources can be forecast by considering specific openings that are likely to occur. The demands are created when new jobs are being created or current jobs are being reduced. Additionally, forecasts must consider when employees leave positions because of promotions, transfer, turnovers, and terminations. While forecasting HR supply should be calculated as accurately as possible, the external supply of potential employees available to the organization needs to be identified. Extensive use of government estimates of labor force populations, trends in the industry, and many more complex and interrelated factors must be considered. Estimating internal supply considers the number of external hires and the employees who move from their current jobs into others through promotions, lateral move, and terminations. It also considers that the internal supply is influenced by training and development programs, transfer and promotion policies, and retirement policies, among other factors. In forecasting the internal supply, data from the replacement charts and succession planning efforts are used to project the potential personnel changes, identify possible backup candidates, and keep track of attrition for each department in an organization. Psychological contract is the unwritten expectations employees and employers have about the nature of their work relationships. Psychological contract is very important to employers in the company because it helps to boost the productivity and performance of an employee. It's essential that organizations put in to foster the identification of employee expectations and ways to fulfill them so that it will gain the commitment and loyalty of an employee. A psychological contract should recognize some components such as employers provide competitive compensation and benefits, flexibility to balance work and home life, and career development opportunities, while employees contribute continuous skill improvement and increased productivity, reasonable time with the organization, and extra efforts and resources when are needed. Three major factors that affect how a given individual performs, such as individual ability to do the work, effort expended, and organizational support. Job satisfaction is a positive emotional state resulting from evaluating one's job experiences. Job satisfaction is very important to me when I work in a company because it can affect my feeling when I do some jobs and it will definitely affect my job performance. The happiness of working will give big impact to job performances. For example, it can lead to work harder and to help company achieve its mission and objective. Job satisfaction helps to increase loyalty and engagement of the employee to the organization. This will lead employee to organizational commitment. Job satisfaction can make employees comfortable with work, retain the employee so that this creates a commitment between workers and the organizations. There is some factor affecting job satisfaction and organizational commitment. First, start with the individual itself by ability, motivation, and support. After that, from the job itself, there is job design and job element in an organization. Both of these factors will affect job satisfaction, job dissatisfaction, and organizational commitment. The result will be between retention of the employee or turnover.